Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is going to be a Bitcoin update video. There's been a lot of news about Bitcoin in particular, so we will dive right into it. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot. All right, first and foremost, Walmart. I'm sure you've seen the headline at least that Walmart will start accepting Bitcoin via ATMs. So there are ATMs that Walmart is going to locate throughout 200 of its stores, and people will be able to purchase Bitcoin via these ATMs. So as we know, Walmart has more than 4,700 locations throughout the US, and 200, it's kind of just like a starter. They're going to see the pros and cons to it, and then maybe they'll continue building some more or putting more kiosk, or maybe they'll just stop at the 200. There's some pros and cons with it. Of course, just check out this. The pact with Coinstar was first reported by CoinDesk, which tried out the service. The kiosks charge a 4% fee for Bitcoin and a 7% cash change fee. So there are huge fees with Bitcoin, but I think both you and me know individuals who purchase Bitcoin via these ATMs, why they are doing that. So I'll just drop that there. And this is good because we do know that Walmart is accepting Bitcoin in El Salvador because they have to. And now that they have Bitcoin ATMs in the US, I think this is good because, overall adoption, Walmart, they are trending the right direction to start accepting Bitcoin overall throughout their stores. And we also know via this article that there's 300 Bitcoin enabled machines in Winn-Dixie and other grocery stores across Florida. So this trend is continuing, and it is good to see once again for overall adoption. Another good thing that I saw in the headlines for Bitcoin in particular is this article right here. Pension fund for Texas firefighters reportedly allocates $25 million to Bitcoin and Ether. And by itself, and 2021 and October 2021 in particular, it's not that big of a headline. It's not that much money. If this was 2 years ago, this probably would have been humongous. But once again, this is good for overall adoption because if one state firefighters pension funds, they're starting to allocate a small portion of their retirement account into Bitcoin. Just think about all of the other states and all of the other departments. So maybe not firefighters, but maybe doctors or nurses or teachers, they start allocating their money into Bitcoin and Ether, then that will definitely continue to push up the price just by these retirement accounts. And speaking of retirement accounts, I'll get into another article. It is the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF. BITO is a ticker symbol. This article is about should you buy it, but essentially the first set of ETFs came out, which is great. There's good and bads with it. The bad, of course, it's a futures-backed ETF, so you're not getting the underlying currency, which I'm sure you've heard before. But as I've mentioned in previous videos, this is a good step in the right direction. So the SEC, they're starting off with these future-backed ETFs, and then once we test the waters out a little bit, then they'll hopefully move to the actual digital or physical Bitcoin-backed ETFs. And should you buy it? I mean, there definitely is pros and cons to it. Even this article says the expense ratio for the BITO, the Bitcoin Futures ETF, is about half as much as the Grayscale Trust Fund, which is about 2% fees. And then if you look at the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, it still has pretty hefty fees. It's half of it. It is about 1% expense ratio compared to the Grayscale ETF, Bitcoin Trust ETF. But if you look at something like Vanguard, where if you get their VOO, the ETF that tracks the S&P 500, it's a 0.03%, and that is a whole lot less. The ProShares is essentially 30 over 30 times more expensive for the expense ratio between the Vanguard S&P 500. So I'll just drop that there. So those are some good news articles, and then a little bit of bad news articles. I found this one: the Fed's Powell confirms persisting inflation, and then could tapering stop Bitcoin's rally. I see this individual's point, and I'll kind of skip to the meat of the article right here. And he says that thus any change into this dynamic by implementing tapering in 2022 could jeopardize Bitcoin's run in the future. And what he's getting at is, because of COVID, the Fed has just put so much money into the economy, and what the Fed right now is saying is that they're going to start limiting and tapering off the amount of money that they're going to inject into the economy. And essentially what this guy is getting at is, if that money, some of it has flowed into crypto, and as the Fed continues tapering off the amount of money that they are injecting into the economy, they're going to taper off the money that's indirectly flowing into crypto. And I don't think it'll have that big of a impact as this individual thinks, but it potentially could, at least kind of plateau the price for a little bit. But there's other articles out there, as we know, as far as price forecast for the end of the year, and all of them are much, much higher than the current price of Bitcoin. We'll check out this article. It's not very direct who is saying it, but now a panel of 50 Bitcoin and cryptocurrency experts has predicted the Bitcoin price will continue to climb through 2021, hitting highs of around $80,000 before surging to $250,000 by 2025, and then approximately $5 million per Bitcoin by 2030. And all of these prices are so much higher than the current price of Bitcoin. And then the most popular one out there is the stock to flow model by Plan B. And his stock to flow model is, guesstimating about 100K by Christmas. So almost double, a little less than double from the current price of Bitcoin. And as we can follow the pattern over here, he also has a very, very bullish pattern, and his stock to flow model has actually been very, very accurate. So we will see if this is accurate, or if the other 50 Bitcoin and cryptocurrency experts are accurate. Each one of their price predictions, I would be happy with either of them. But overall, I just wanted to hit you with the latest and greatest Bitcoin news from Walmart, the pensions, and then the Bitcoin ETF. And as we know, Bitcoin is driving the overall price of the crypto market. So as Bitcoin goes up, the other altcoins will continue to follow in the future. And if you like this content, once again, please like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. See you on the next one.